Hi, everyone, and welcome to Product Live with Metropolis on DesignTV by SANDOW. I'm Avi Rajagopal, and today we're going to talk about an amazing new material option from Wilsonart, the world leading engineered surfaces company. Joining me today to talk about THINSCAPE is Ricky Crow, who's Vice President of Product Management for High Pressure Laminates at Wilsonart. Ricky, such a pleasure to have you with me today.
Hey, thank you so much. It's an exciting time to be here and talk about a great new product, ThinScape, today.
Wonderful. So, Ricky, this new innovation, ThinScape, is really a revolutionary option for countertops and almost any other place where one might use slab-based materials. Can you give us a brief introduction to ThinScape?
Sure. So ThinScape is a new entrant to the surfacing category. And really what it is it is an engineered composite slab that really does a great job of combining design, high-end design, with outstanding performance and with a nice eco story as well. So we're excited about this new entrance to the material category.
Sounds amazing. Let's dive a little deeper. So, first of all, how does ThinScape compare with laminates or other conventional surface materials? What distinguishes it?
Well, if you think about materials, something like a laminate is more like a thin product that gets put onto a board with glue, and that's how that's made. If you look at other products in that category, you have things like granite, quartz, butcher block, things like that. Those are more what we would call slab products. So those are structural products in the fact that they don't get bonded to anything. And that's really what ThinScape is. ThinScape is a slab product. Now, the cool thing about ThinScape is it's a little bit thinner than most other products. It's about half-inch thick. And really that's a key feature because as you start looking at designs and the way that cabinetry is changing, you're starting to see more thinner profile materials being used because they just have a nice cleaner look, especially whenever you look at European style cabinets. Now, just because it's thin though, doesn't mean that it lacks in performance. Sometimes people equate thickness with being better. And boy, wouldn't that be great if it was that way in life, right? We'd all be a lot happier. But in this case, this thinner product really performs at a high level. In fact, that's really where ThinScape stands out in areas like impact resistance, heat resistance, and stain resistance. That ability to withstand life and being lived on and being fabricated is really where this product stands out in a big way. The other thing I would say about it is, unlike some products like granites, as an example, or other materials, it doesn't require any additional maintenance and upkeep. You don't have to seal it. You can just clean it with just household cleaners. So it's a very easy product to live with, we like to say.
That sounds fantastic. So it's thinner, which I think assume we can assume means it's lighter. It's durable and it's easy to maintain, which is incredible. And at least from what we're seeing now, there's a whole range of design options available, right?
Yeah, that's something that's really cool about this material. One of the things we talk about, Avi, is that whenever you look at some materials, like a marble can just be a marble. A granite can only be a granite. A wood can only be a wood. The nice thing about ThinScape is ThinScape can really emulate a lot of different materials. So we have a nice collection of marbles. We have a nice collection of quartz, soapstone. We even have looks that look like aged metal and wood grain looks as well. So really, this really allows you to bring a high performing product into your space that has a wide variety of very high end looks.
So will ThinScape stand up to to the really high density, high traffic use that we might see in commercial spaces? Like, is it good for office or hospitality locations?
It's great for that, Avi. In fact, if you think about ThinScape really is a more of an industrial platform, if you will. It's built, if you want to think about like a car analogy, it's built on the chassis of an industrial product. So it is made to be in high traffic, high impact areas. So it's great in commercial, things like tabletops, which you see here. That's a great application for it. Also places like desk, and then any type of worktop or countertop that you might have. Maybe it's at a convenience store where the drink fountains are. Maybe it's in a hotel in a common area where you're serving breakfast. All great applications for ThinScape. And of course, on the residential side, it's wonderful for kitchen countertops, bathroom vanities, or even laundry rooms, or even garage applications, Avi, where you might get a little bit more wear and tear there.
Wow, that's amazing. That's real range, and especially when we look at some of these tabletop applications. I mean, you can just see how thin that material is, and then think about that same material being applicable in a kind of rough and ready garage type situation as well. That's fantastic. I mean, this material does it all. There's also, as you mentioned, a sustainability story to ThinScape. It is more responsible for the environment and it saves time and labor as well. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So on the sustainability side, one of the things, Avi, this is actually made, it is a paper-based material. So although it is a very rugged, strong composite material, it's made of paper, and this paper comes from fast growth forests. So it's something that's intended to be replenished. And so it's a much better story than taking things out of the earth that aren't going to be replaced. So we really like that. The other thing, there's some other things as well. Things like multiple sheet sizes so that you eliminate waste, because you don't want to over order this and then have a lot that you have to throw away. And on that note, unlike a lot of other surfaces where you have what we would call lot control, in other words, if you buy something, you have to use it at that time. You can't use it 6 months later with new material because it doesn't necessarily match. This product has no lot control. So if you have some left over and you have another job that comes down the line, you can order additional material if you need it. It'll be a match, and you avoid the waste there. So that's really kind of the sustainability story. As far as the time savings, this really, because it's made in a thin profile, it doesn't require any polishing on the surface. So there's a lot of labor savings there and time savings. The other thing is that you don't build down the edge. A lot of countertops, you actually stack and build down the edge to make it seem like it's thicker. And that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of manpower to do that. This product doesn't require that. So it just stands alone. So it allows people to fabricate it much more quickly on CNC equipment. They can do it by hand. It fabricates with hand tools, but it's really a lot easier to work with than a lot of other materials, and you can really get it through your shop quicker.
I mean, what's not to like about ThinScape? It's incredible. There's just so many options available. It's durable, high performing, sustainable, cost saving, time saving. It's just fantastic. Is there anything else designers should know when they're considering specifying ThinScape?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of key things, especially in this time that we're living in right now, with logistics challenges and material shortages and things like that. The great thing about ThinScape is it is made in North America. We make that right in North Carolina. And so we have that locally made, and we also have it locally available in stock at our distribution centers all over North America. So, you can specify this product with confidence and know that you're not going to have an issue whenever it comes time to deliver the product with the material showing up, because as Wilsonart has long been a reliable supplier, and this is just another one of our great engineered surfaces that we're excited to bring to the market and serve that market need.
That's absolutely fantastic. To everyone who's joining us today, if you want to know more about ThinScape, head on over to wilsonart.com. That's wilsonart.com for more details. Thank you so much, Ricky, for joining us today. This has been a fantastic conversation, and I'm so excited about this new solution for surfaces.
Yeah, we are too, Avi. And again, we look forward to rolling this out further and putting some great new looks in the homes and commercial applications all over the country.
Sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been wonderful talking to you.
Thanks a lot.